Hello, my name is Isabel Woodhouse, and this is my compulsory question 4. The question is, how did you integrate technologies such as software, hardware, and online into this project? So, on the left hand side here, we have the unsolved film, which we are about to watch, and on the right hand side, we have a PowerPoint that I have created to help us talk through the unsolved film and figure out how we got to where we are today. So let's get started. When you press play, there is a 15-second intro where you see the title Unsolved, you see Colf School and the Colf School number. You also see the names of everyone involved, their candidate numbers. So everyone involved is myself, Leah, Noemi, and Maria. What we have just watched is the establishing shots for Unsolved, and during the whole filming process of Unsolved, we used high quality camera and lighting equipment to capture the crisp, clean visuals needed for a sci fi setting, as well as using a boom microphone for good sound quality. And as you can see here on the PowerPoint, there is the type of camera we used, the lighting we used, and also the boom we used for the dialogue scenes. We also did all of our editing on Premiere Pro, and this allowed us to blend visual and audio elements seamlessly, which is crucial when working with a genre like sci fi. Infamous hacker found dead. As you can see in this scene, our main character Bella is sat at a desk surrounded by screens and a laptop, which was a key visual motif for this film. This setup was carefully lit to ensure the screens created the desired techie aesthetic. To make sure the lighting was consistent throughout this, it involved us shooting on 4 separate days to make sure the lighting stayed the same in each shot. This setup also reflected the main character Bella's personality and her relationship with technology. Also, during the whole film, we used After Effects to apply a colour gradient through lumimetric colour panels. We used a blue colour gradient called Magnificent West to reinforce the cold, high-tech atmosphere central to our sci-fi setting, reminiscing films like Minority Report and The Matrix, which I have earlier studied. This colour panel conveys the genre's themes of isolation and technological dominance. And a video. This here is a very key shot, probably the most important shot in the Unsolved film, because here in the bottom left you can see a date which says the 4th of January 2005, but in the killing scene we just watched it said the 6th of January 2005. So here it shows, first of all, her getting killed, but she's alive, so it doesn't really make sense. And then the dates showing that this video she has got is from the future, showing her own death. So this is kind of the turning point in the film where it really turns into a mystery and the audience start questioning everything. What should we suggest? Jess, look at this. We should go to the police. You know I can't do that. We have to try and figure this out. But this is serious. In this scene specifically, it was very important because there was a lot of dialogue. So we had to match the music and the dialogue so you could hear the dialogue but also hear the music in the background. So the suspense started building as the music started to build. So for the music, to ensure the music was not copyrighted, we used Apple Music to select appropriate royalty-free tracks, which contributed to the overall soundscape and emotional tone of this sci-fi film. This is my life. I'm going to go and figure this out. You're going to help or not? Okay, fine. You better not get us killed though. Here is our production logo. And for the production logo, we use both PowerPoint and Photoshop to design it. It reflected the cinematic identity for our project, and we chose to call ourselves Lemon Productions as it was our names. So it stands for Leah, Isabel, Maria, and Noemi. So this is the end of the unsolved film, but we still have a bit to talk about. So we used defont.com to choose our font. We ended up using one called Superstar as it was a code-like font that matched the genre and the themes of the film. As unsolved comes up at the end, as you can see here, we put it into green so it matched the code shown earlier on the computer screens. This just kind of ties the whole film together, making it seamless. We also used YouTube to upload the film. Um, this allowed us to share our project with our teachers and a wider audience so that we can receive feedback throughout. And as you can see, I've also uploaded different exports. So the one we are watching now is the final export, Export 6, but we did have other exports before. I've also uploaded my other compulsory questions to YouTube. We also used Wix to document this whole production process, creating a digital portfolio that tracked our journey from pre-production to the final edit. This platform allowed us to present not just the final film, but also various drafts and production materials. So, that is all we have to talk about. So thank you for listening to my compulsory question 4. We have covered the software, where we use Premiere Pro, Photoshop, PowerPoint, and defont.com. Also the hardware, where we use different types of cameras as well as lighting and a boom, and many computer screens. Finally, for online integrations, we used Apple Music, YouTube, and Wix.